Welcome to another episode of 360 Test Drive. The car we are driving today is the new Volvo V90 T6 all-wheel drive, which is the top version of the car. We have a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine on board, and that delivers 320 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. It is combined with an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Volvo offers 2 petrol and 3 diesel engines for this car. They offer a power range from 150 to 320 horsepower. The top versions, which is the T6 we're driving and the D5, are always coming with all-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic gearbox. The smaller versions you can have either with front or all-wheel drive, and you can also have automatic as well as manual gearboxes. All engines of the Volvo V90 are 4-cylinder 2-litre engines. Ours here, the top version, should take 7.4 litres per 100 kilometer driven. To be honest, we used a bit more. Our average consumption is about 9.5 litres, but I think for a heavy car like this here, with this amount of power, this is quite okay. The top speed of our car is 250 kilometers per hour, and it accelerates from 0 to 100 in only 6.1 seconds. The V90 offers plenty of space and comfort. As you see, I'm a tall person, but I still sit very comfortable in here, and there's still plenty of space behind me. The car offers a boot size of 560 litres with the rear seats up. If you fold them down, it increases to 1,526 litres, which I think is a more than reasonable size for a big estate. The interior of this Volvo V90 is, as I think, very nice, very modern and well made. We have nice materials here, loads of leather, loads of soft touch materials, and we have this very nice 9.2-inch touchscreen here at the center console, which is the main control panel. Working with this is a bit different to other cars. We have the opportunity to swipe here like we are used to from mobile phone nowadays. You have nearly every control unit inside of this panel here. The good thing here is we have less knobs and buttons and all the stuff inside the car. The downside of it is you really have to get used to it because it's so different to other cars. So for me, driving a different car nearly every day, it's really unusual and not easy to get used to, but if this is your car, I think this will only take a couple of days and then you're in the car and you know where you find everything. What I really like with it is it's so big and you can read everything very easy. It's very accurate. You have all the information you need and you have the opportunity to really do the setup of your car and get all the things you're looking for just with a swipe and a click. And you can, for instance, choose what driver assistance and safety systems you want to have on or offline. And regarding to this, I have to say this car is packed with modern technology. It also offers, let's say, half autonomous driving up to a speed of 130 kilometers per hour, even if there's no car in front of you. So it does not need a car to follow. It could just work on reading the road itself. But you can have lane assist, you can have an adaptive cruise control, you will have a rear cross traffic alert, so you really can have nearly everything you can imagine for this car, and it, to be really honest, works well. Even though the four-cylinder engines of the car are doing a good job, I do still miss a six-cylinder engine. I think for a big estate like this one, you should, as a minimum, offer a six-cylinder. For me, it's because I like the power, I like the sound of a six-cylinder engine, and I think this really fits a car like this perfectly. But I need to say that even with the four-cylinder engines, the car really drives well, and the automatic gearbox and the engines, they always work very nicely together. I've drove different of these cars, and so it is a nice package, but for me, it's just a feeling. I want to have a six-cylinder as an option for a car of this size. On both of our test car we do have the digital cockpit as well as a head-up display, and I really have to say I really like this because the digital cockpit is really well made. You find all the information you need and you find it where you're expecting them. On top of this head-up display gives me the opportunity not to look down all the time when I'm looking for any information. It's just looking straight forward through the front screen, and I have the actual speed there as well as the traffic signs, as well as any information regarding to navigation. The seats of the V90 are quite thin, so they do not have a big backrest, but they are still very comfortable. When you order the car, the standard is a comfort seat, but you can also have a sports seat if you want. If you want the whole car a bit more sporty, there is a so-called R-Line from Volvo which gives the car a more sporty look, and if you have the sports suspension, you will have the whole car lowered by 15mm. But even with this standard setup, the car is very nice to drive. It's very agile, and even the sound level inside the car is good, and it's really great fun and very comfortable. What I do like is what Volvo did regarding to the interior, to the color and trim, because if you're looking into that car, I'm not a big fan of white leather, but with this car it all matches so well. We have this nice wood here, we have this black and white leather, and I really think this is a very, very nice package which really shows you what you can have if you want, but it not comes for free. If you want, you can easily and quick connect your smartphone or many other devices, because this car offers Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. Talking about the exterior design of the car, when you look at it for the very first time, you instantly see this is one of the new Volvos. We do have this so-called waterfall, very upright positioned grille at the front, and we do have these really nicely shaped headlights. Coming to the side, you find this typical very high shoulders of the car and a very flat greenhouse, and I think the shape from the side is quite dynamic for a big estate like this one. And if you then go to the rear, you see this typical Volvo rear lights, these taillights that come from the front of the boot lid and going down and going into the middle of the car. This really is absolutely typical for a Volvo, so you instantly recognize this is a Volvo from the very first look at it. If you want to call a Volvo V90 your own, you have to have at least 42,450 euros here in Germany, because this is the price for the base model called D3. This comes with a 150 horsepower 4-cylinder diesel engine combined with a 6-speed manual gearbox. If you want the top version, the T6 rear driving, that starts at 60,600 euros here in Germany. But if you want that car as the top equipped version with all the extras, I think you have to calculate as a minimum 80,000 euros. If you compare this to other luxury estates, I think the price is absolutely okay. It's not a cheap car, of course not, but you have a very interesting exterior and interior design. This is a car not everybody is driving. And if you compare this with a, let's say, Mercedes E-Class or BMW 5 Estate, I think it should be nearly the same, so it shouldn't be a big issue for people looking for cars in that price range. This was another 360 test drive. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Lars. Please do me a favor and write down some comments, what you want, what we should do differently, because we can only improve if you let us know what you're really looking for.